Hello, and thank you for all being here. This has been quite a journey over the last few months. I'm honored to be nominated by Gana Williams and also be amongst 4 other incredibly wonderful, beautiful, smart women who I think I will connect with for the rest of my life. They're amazing. So I just learned something from Roxy a few minutes ago, actually, that the turtle is a sign of strength and perseverance, and I've always connected with the turtle. And I don't know why I put the turtle up here as part of one of my screens, but now it makes so much sense. I'm like, okay. So that it explains me to the T. So growing up, it was a really rough time, and most people who knew me back then do not understand how I got to where I am. I'm an anomaly. They don't, they're like, how are you who you are? And it took me a little while. I've been thinking over this for the last few months. And it's because along the way, I've met some amazing teachers. And these are things that I didn't get to learn from my parents, but I learned from my friends. And I'm just pointing out a few women that I've met along the way that have taught me things. So in 1984, I met Shannon. Shannon taught me what a friend was. And she's here today, and she's now my CFO. I've known her since I was 10. She is my backbone. She's someone I can trust with anything. Liz Litch was my diving coach, who I lost 3 weeks ago. And she taught me how to overcome fear. On the day of her memorial, I decided I was going to go dive. I was going to get on the board and just kind of honor her memory. And while I was standing up there, I went to go to do a dive, and I'm like, oh, that's what that feeling is. I forgot what that was 25 years ago. You have to rely on muscle memory, by the way. That's like really, really scary. And so I went, oh, you know what? That's why this business world is not scary to me. That I used to come and do this every single day and have that gut-wrenching fear and just overcome it and work through it. And it's a feeling that takes over your body, mind, and spirit, and you work through it. So when, throughout my days at Microsoft and other companies, and I'd walk into a room filled with 40-year-old men, and I was a 22-year-old kid, it really wasn't that scary compared to getting on a diving board, going forward, and doing 1.5 somersaults backwards. It just doesn't compare. So, I thank her for that. To Barbara Nichols, who's also my mother-in-law, she taught me how to, feel loved and accepted when, she just didn't have to. I was 15 years old, and I moved in with her. And there was no reason for her to let me, but she did. And she's stuck with me to this day. Like, I'm sorry. In 1997, I got to meet a wonderful young girl, Abby Miller, who died a tragic death, but she taught me how to stand up for what I believe in. Like, by watching her, she's like that, those commercials or the cartoons where you got a little devil on your shoulder and a little angel. Abby's like my little angel. She always did what was right, and so I listen to that in the back of my mind quite often, and I see her there. Robin, who was my boss at one time, and then became my employee, because I just love her. She taught me very early on that it's okay to raise the bar, and then guess what? You get to raise it again and again and again and again. And I should probably introduce my kids to you because they can blame you for that instead of me, because they get really upset when I'm like, okay, you reached that, now you got to go to the next thing. But I keep doing that with all of us, and it just keeps elevating everybody. In 2004, again, she was my boss, Kim Rush, but later on she became one of my employees. She let me embrace who I was and not be so timid and concerned with what other people thought, that my style actually worked, and to not worry about the rules of business, that you have to put the company first, that you have to put the clients first. I can put my people first. And then that was what prompted me to start Allovus. In 2006, I met 2 of my best friends. They taught me how to have fun. One of them, who's not here tonight, she couldn't because it's her son's birthday, she was so excited when we finally, connected. She's like, oh my God, I thought you were a fuddy-dud. She was like, she just didn't, so she really, really taught me how to have fun, and I could just be myself around her. And Karen is my turtle partner. So when I just need to relax, we go and we search for turtles. And then in 2014, I met my executive coach, Susan Davis, who has been huge for me in being able to embrace leadership, to be able to trust people, because honestly, I don't, from my background, I don't trust people because it's hurtful. And I've strengthened my relationship with my husband, with my kids, with my friends, because of her influence. And to just be able to let go and even embracing this evening. I wouldn't have been able to do this a year ago had I not met Susan. So I thank her for that. Thank everyone. So to everyone out there who thinks that you can't have it all, I'd say you're wrong. You can. You integrate your personal life, your community, your business life. You integrate them all, and you don't apologize for it. You own it. You just do it. If you've got to have a doctor's appointment in the middle of the day, you go. If your kids are sick, go be sick with them. It's, work can wait, and oftentimes things will fill in the gap. And I just have to say, Barb, I know you just retired, but I do have to apologize in a large room. I promised you only 6 employees when I made you come and work with me, and 80 employees later, you finally, she got to retire this year, but she's like, I did not sign up for this. So,